Hello and welcome to a new video of mine, and today I'm going to show you how you can improve your scientific writing, especially your literature research, how you're able to find various sources for your writing and overall improve your workflow when it comes to scientific research. I've made like a small list, and I'm also going to link everything that I'm going to show you in this video in the description below. And the goal is to overall help your workflow. So what I'm gonna begin with is one of my most favorite things, which is Google Scholar. And you can basically just look for papers, for example, penetration testing, and you're able to find everything you need. And you can, this is in German right now, however, what you can do, there's usually a button here which says cite, and you can directly get the BibTeX citation as well, which is very important if you're working with Overleaf or any LaTeX editor. So that's definitely a big plus, which I'm going to mention more often in this video. So you can just take it and paste it right into your document, which is basically the way I did it. I didn't really use a tool such as Jabref or anything for managing all the references. I pretty much pasted it directly into my Overleaf bib file and was able to use it from then on. So Google Scholar is definitely pretty cool because it aggregates all kinds of sources that you can use for your paper, and you can just go through it and always directly cite it, copy the citation, which is definitely very useful. Since you might end up having lots of citations, which can definitely be kind of in need of tidying it up, there is a tool I really liked, which is BibTeX Tidy. And what you can do is basically, if you copy that citation we used before, you can basically just paste it in. You have your bib file, and what you can do is just use this tool to tidy it up, which will take all your BibTeX sources and display them in a nice way, so it's easier to comb through them and manage them overall. So another tool that I can definitely recommend because it's super easy to use and it can help you aggregate lots of papers and sift through them is Consensus. What you can do with Consensus is basically find research papers using a simple research question. So you can basically, we could just use an example right here, and what it will do is aggregate all kinds of papers. There's like a little tour as well if you want to get to know the tool. And what you can do is basically just look through the papers that Consensus found for you. And another thing that's really useful when using Consensus is you can basically use the feature synthesize, and what it will do is make a small summary which will basically show you what the statement is, or like rather the answer to your research question. And there's also a Copilot which you can use, which will provide you with key insights, basically summarize everything similar to as ChatGPT does it. So you can just press on the paper. It also mentions if it's highly cited, and basically see what the abstract is and also other useful information. And my most important feature, or at least to me, which is really nice to use if you're writing on a paper and want to directly read it. And also the next tool I wanted to show you is the direct link to Semantic Scholar. So you can see here that Semantic Scholar is available as a button, and using Semantic Scholar you can often access the paper directly. So it will say PDF file available here. Sometimes you can even open the paper up in a semantic reader, which is basically their own PDF viewer, and it has lots of very useful features. So if you're on Semantic Scholar, you're able to like check everything you need. There are also the citations down here if you want to use them, and you can directly jump to like the publisher if you want. But you can also, once again, directly copy the BibTeX citation, which will save you lots of time if you just want to, if you're doing literature review, you don't have to like put together the BibTeX citation reference yourself. You can just copy it here, and there's also, once again, other styles available. So what you can do is look for a paper such as penetration testing, for example, and you can also check if it has the semantic reader PDF viewer. So if it does, you can select it and open it up in semantic reader. If you open it up in semantic reader, it directly opens the paper on Semantic Scholar, and what you can do, a really nice feature, is basically check the references, for example number 4, and you are able to jump directly to the paper. So you can just press here and it will open up the paper for you. You can once again directly check if it's available on a publisher, and in this case it's available on Arxiv, which is the next page I want to show you. Arxiv is a big archive when it comes to collecting papers. So you can jump to Arxiv and you'll be able to look for anything once again. So if you look for penetration testing, you're gonna find lots of papers that are all freely available, as in you can directly access them. If you open it up, you'll be able to press view PDF and you're able to look into the paper. If you want, you can directly export the BibTeX citation, which is once again very useful. Alright, so what you can do with the DOI to BibTeX converter is paste in some DOIs, one per line. Sometimes, apparently it doesn't work, so with the Arxiv DOIs it did not work for me. However, it's a really nice way to directly get the BibTeX citation if you've got a DOI and you want to extract the citation. GPT Researcher is basically a tool, open source, freely available on GitHub, which you can use to gather multiple sources, to like extract information from multiple sources, and in the end it will create a full report for you, which you can then use to read up a topic and gather more information. There's even a nice quick video, a demonstration, which is going to show you that it will basically extract the information from multiple sources and collect them for you, so you can look up a topic easily by using this tool, which will aggregate all kinds of sources for you. Since lots of you probably use ChatGPT, ChatGPT also offers the GPT store if you've got the subscription, and in the GPT store you can find lots of useful GPTs specifically for scientific research. There's even a whole category, so what I can recommend is definitely check out the GPT store for the different GPTs that exist, because you might end up finding something that's really useful to you, especially when it comes to academic working. So this one uses consensus, which we previously looked at, and what you can do is ask the GPT, gather me papers about penetration testing. And consensus will basically provide information to the GPT using an API call, and what it will do is gather all kinds of sources using consensus, and you'll end up having a nice overview of which papers you can use. At the same time, you can directly see the citation, and it will provide you with a consensus link, so you can once again just press on the link and you'll be able to see all information that you need. You can directly cite it using BibTeX, which is once again really nice if you're working with LaTeX, and you can also open up Semantic Scholar once again. Big time, these tools really saved me lots of time. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll leave everything in the description, and I hope that video was informative to you. Goodbye.